My wife and I are doing dry January. It's the 10th right now, so we have a few days under our belt. We're doing great, feeling good. This is the first check-in. So I'll tell you about what I expected and what has happened so far, and then if I've been tempted or not. So we do like to drink a lot. In fact, I'm a home brewer of beer. I have a kegerator, and we typically have a drink per day usually, and then I will actually have like 2 or 3 per day over the last several years. So not drinking for a month is pretty significant. I expected to, number one, sleep better, lose a little weight, or at least lose a little bit of fat, and potentially just feel better in general. So number one, with sleep, it's been remarkable. It's kind of amazing. I've been sleeping about 7 hours and 45 minutes to about 8 hours per night. Typically, like most days, I'll probably be around like 6.5 to 7.5 hours. And very rarely, maybe once a week, I'll get close to 8 hours per night. So the fact that on a pretty much nightly basis, on a daily basis, I'm getting about 8 hours, it's fantastic. I feel great. I feel smarter. I'm able to get things done a little faster, and it's been pretty amazing. I know that alcohol is just generally bad for sleep. Of course, I'm no doctor, but I think it's the processing that the alcohol has to go through. So typically on a normal day when I'm having like 2, 3, 4 beers, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll just sort of be like hot and sweaty, and then I'll be able to fall asleep after that. Another benefit from like not drinking beer, especially in the evening time frame, is I don't have to get up and pee at night. So again, that's kind of a nightly thing. When I am drinking on a regular basis, I have to wake up and pee 1, 2 times per night, every single night. And then the third benefit around sleeping is I'm just getting into bed earlier. Most of the time, I'm crawling into bed at like 8 to 8:30 over the past week here. I like to read fiction right before bed, and usually I'm falling asleep by 9:30. So it's pretty easy to get those 8 hours of sleep if you're going to bed that early, and you don't have to get up to pee all the time. I mentioned I expect to lose a little weight, or at least a little fat. I typically get way too many calories from drinking beer. So I've done a dry month a couple times in the past, and it usually takes a little while. So I haven't lost any weight yet. I haven't noticed any lowered fat percentage. I'm tracking all this stuff, but usually it takes like 2-3 weeks before I see anything like that. And I suspect it's just like your body is realizing, hey, you're not getting those extra 1,000 calories per night or whatever. We've been doing a great job resisting the temptation, because one thing we didn't do is like empty the house of alcohol. So we not only like beer, but we also enjoy spirits. So there's lots of different whiskey and liquors around. I have 4 full kegs in the garage. There's plenty of beer for us to drink. I did take the cans of beer out of the refrigerator, threw them in a cooler in the garage, so it's a little harder to get to. But in general, we haven't been tempted. Now, I think maybe one afternoon, a Friday afternoon, we were thinking, hey, it sure would be nice to crack open a beer, but we resisted, and we just had some carbonated water, the 0-calorie, like fruit-flavored water. I've been drinking those pretty heavily. It's no substitute, but it is serving as one. It's a fizzy drink coming out of a can, so that feels pretty good. I mean, I've just been sleeping so well. I feel good about this whole challenge. I don't think I'll be tempted, and in fact, I may, taper down my drinking for long term, because I just feel so much better. So if you're interested in checking in and hearing the full story, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a couple other check-ins before the full month review is going to be published. So subscribe to the channel, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next video.